So let's move ahead. And the next session is with, like I said, is with Darshana Karki. So Darshana Karki is the project manager at Seelogic. Seelogic is again part of Dogma Group, and we'll be taking up the topic today uh, about building chatbots using a powered virtual agent or PVA. So over to you, Darshana, if you're in the call. I think you are. Yeah.
Yes, thanks, Pradeep, and wonderful session, Ashish. Thank you. Hi, all. So, am I audible, Pradeep?
Yep, you are, Darshana.
Okay, so hi, everyone. I'm Darshana, and I am in a bit of a hybrid role, PM and a business analyst at Dogma. And yeah, so today the session is, let me quickly share my screen. Um, so today I want to talk about building chatbots using Power Virtual Agents. So let's dive into it. A bit of context. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Right. So yeah. So what are chatbots? Now we have this trend where almost every other popular websites or big corporations that you see will have one of these automated chatbots. And why? Because they can actually be very handy when it comes to automating manual tasks. For example, so some there are obviously certain questions which sometimes do not need human requirement. I think even with our company ourselves, we are trying to have a chatbot for. I was actually trying to have a chatbot for all the terms and entities, which are difficult for someone who recently joins and stuff like that. So yeah, chatbot is a software that automates tasks for customers indirectly and interacts directly with the user, so providing services, right, and any sort of assistance which are fairly seen as redundant and boring for humans to do, mostly. So it's not going to give you your life advice, but if you want to order something and automate things like that, then yes. A bit of history on chatbot. So the first ever chatbot was named Eliza, and in a weird way, this was designed to imitate a therapist. And how it would work was, so if you tell it, my mother cooks good food, then it would pick up the word mother and then ask you more about, say things like, tell me more about your family and things like that. And that's how it worked. And in a way, this is the foundation of how chatbots work. So this was developed in the year 1996 in MIT by a German professor. And this is still accessible here. So I went and tried it. And if you give it some good topics to talk about, it does talk back to you. If you're boring, it says, I cannot understand, tell me again. Right, so yeah, evolution of chatbot. So from there, so this was the time when the concept was framed, and this was so by Alan Turing, and then this was the time when he took it, and now we've come to a time where almost every other big corporations have a chatbot, so as to seamlessly reduce the redundant queries that can be automated. And yeah, so applications, right? Any manual tasks, as I've been saying. So if you want to order food, schedule appointments, book tickets, healthcare, frequently asked questions, right? These are the things that chatbots can very well cover. So how does building a chatbot work? So first, you need to be defining a chatbot's role. What do you want the chatbot for? And what are some of the conversation that you want the chatbot to be able to answer? And then you select a platform for build. For us, it's Power Virtual Agent, which happens to be the best one out there. Is really seamless, really. And then so implement the build. And so deployment channels as a part of this, I will just be doing it as in a demo website, but which the PVA offers. But there are, we can also have a brief look at what are some other deployment channels. So for this session, what I thought was automating some of HR's tasks, a chatbot which will let you talk and automate some of HR's so redundant things, like maybe HR is bugged a couple of times with people asking about policies and laws. So the chatbot, if now you can ask the chatbot. And other is you can make complaints. So normally, so if you want to make anonymous complaints or known complaints to HR, so that HR can know it pre-hand, and then the email will be sent to the HR so that when they want to come to talk to you, they'll be well prepared about your issue and talk. So this was what I had in mind for the session, and this is what a very small role for the huge potential it has, but let's do with this. Right, so why PVA? It is very easy to use, can automate tasks using Power Automate Flows. And as you guys know, that Power Automate Flows itself is already a very good platform and a system on its own, and it has got so many potential and can automate so many tasks on its own. And all we do is we can make context out of the conversation and then tie things up with Power Automate and have the things done in the background. So in our case, so we'll ask email names and stuff from people, and then we'll be able to send this as an email. So the sending part to the email will be done using Power Automate Flows. And it offers seamless integrations and deployment, as I talked about, to many platforms. So you can deploy it on Teams, on Messenger, even Slack, and your own website and whatnot. Right, so this is the part where I go off, get off this presentation, and then share my demo screen. So let me do that. Yep. So let me simply refresh it. Yep, so once you set up your account and get into the Power Virtual Agent platform, so this is what you'll be greeted with. And so here are couple of chatbots that I previously tried with and things. So I'll be getting on to doing a new bot pretty soon. So let me walk you through this. So topics, as I said earlier, that how chatbots work is they have certain, so you give it certain topics, which are, these are the things that you want your chatbot to talk about, right? And these are some of the trigger phrases. So if you want to talk to chatbot, COVID spread, then you want to ask questions, trigger it by saying, how does COVID spread? Things like that. And system topics are, out of the box topics that PBA provides. So you don't have to set up mundane things like greetings and bye-byes and start over and things like that. So as you can see, with greeting, there are 52 trigger phases. So if you go to this, so this right here is the chatbot. So if you say it hi, and this is where trigger phrases are stored. So entities. Right, so this is where it gets interesting, and this is where most part of AI and so AI's natural language processing is used. So entities are used to make context out of outputs. So if you tell the chatbot, if the chatbot is asking you your email, and then you tell the chatbot, my email is this, and the entity, so this will help recognize that out of mine email is so and so, only this part is email. So send to so and so, only this part is email, and this is how entity works. So even if the person is saying things like my name is this, so you would want only emails for to take to go into your Power Automate flows as your output, and that's where this comes handy. And these are some of really good built-in entities that PVA provides. So analytics. So analytics, this is mostly about, firstly, whether or not your chatbot is still running in wherever you've deployed or not, right? And then it is about customer satisfaction. So so PVA lets you end your conversation with a quick survey, and so people can rate it. And this is more about sessions and billing. So yeah, this is somewhat analytics on how your chatbot is doing. And then publishing is where how you can publish your chatbot. So we'll get onto it again. And channels would be so all the various channels that you can deploy your chatbots in. So yeah. All right, so let me get on to, let me quickly show you this cool feature it has. So what it allows is, so this is a chatbot that I already have as a part of my previous experiments, right? So here's a cool feature that I wanted to share. So you want, what this does is it seamlessly allows your FAQ page to be converted into topics for chatbots. So you go to this, and this is COVID's FAQ of WHO. I thought, given the situation, this would be a good thing to start with. So I entered the link, and then start, and so what this does is, I don't want to lose time, so I already did this previously. So what this does is, in the suggested part, it is going to show a lot of suggested topics, which you can select and convert it into existing topics. And that's how you get these questions. So how does COVID-19 spread? These are the topics that that this seamlessly allows it to create. So now your FAQ questions have been converted into topics, and that's what it does. All right, so let's get back to it later. That's pretty much what it does. If you don't understand it, I can again come back and then show this part. All right, so let's create a new bot. Language English, this is the environment. Yeah, so it is going to take some time. Yes, I think we have a comment from Uday on analytics does not show right away. There's a job that runs at certain interval if you trigger a bot, and the stat does not show right away. Yep, that's true. Once you deploy it, and then I think you will have a couple of sessions and conversations with the bot, and then you'll be able to see the results there. And that's the part where you go to if you want to look on how your bot is doing after a certain amount of time. Thank you, Uday. All right, so we have our test bot. This is our brand new bot. And if you look at the topics here, there are some out-of-the-box topics. And how it goes is, so these are some system topics. So I can write, hi, And then, so this is how it works. The greetings, so this is where these things are set up, and that's what I'll be demoing. So a simple topic. So when are you closed? This is the trigger phase. Let me ask that. So if I ask, when are you closed? And it should be telling me the things, yeah. So for now, this is what the chatbot does, which is the OOTB features, but let me close this. For now, let me turn off all the entities and make a chatbot as per our need, which is the HR bot. Right, so let's go on to a new topic. So first one was, policies, or ask for policies. Right, so what could be some of the trigger phrases that people could use to ask, right? So let's say policies. Let's have Nepal's labor law. Show me policies. Law book, like just law. Right, so these are some of the trigger phrases that you think that people would ask you about, and will type in, and so as for you to run this response. So let's go on to the response part now. Yeah, so for the response part, for this, I wanted to make it pretty simple. So let's just say that when people say this, we'll just show a message saying, yeah, thank you for reaching out. Here's the link to Nepal's labor law. Hope this helps. And you can click on this to add in a link. I think I have a link to it on somewhere. Or as of now, let me just I think we must have it somewhere. Yeah, this. Let me just copy link and then keep this as a PDF. Right, so this is there. So that's pretty much it for this part. I will go more on to Power Automate for the next topic. So let's just say that after this, we wanted to end the conversation. So in the conversation, we'll trigger system topics around ending the conversation. So it'll ask from there, take it up from there, saying, so what are some of the things that you want to do? So yeah, so we want to end, do we want to end this with a survey or transfer to an agent? Let's just end it with the survey. So this is the part where where a survey will be asked about the quality and whether it was helpful or not. So that's that. So there you have it, our first topic. So let's go on to the other topic. The other topic would be make complaints. So let's say trigger phases, I have issues to log. I want to complain. Yeah. So some of the trigger phrases. So if people say, I want to complain, and this is what it should do. All right, so let's make it a bit more fun here. So Yeah, so for this, let's say that we want to firstly say, sorry to hear you have issues, you have problems to register. Right, so first a message. And then how about, so we ask a question. So we will ask their name. So the question would be, tell us your name. So identify, and this is where the entities come in. So previously when I said entities, so this is where things come in. So I think we have one for a person's name. So person's name. So in this case, if you say, so in this case, so if a person, to this question, tell us your name, when a person says, my name is this, so the answer will be identified using entity recognition. And we want it to be identified as person's name. So let me change the variable name, which is name for now. Yep. So let's do it. And now the variable is this. So let's ask another question. That would be your email, please. So we want this to be identified as email. We have entity for it. Here's, so let's have this. So email. Let's ask one more question. So our objective was that, so what's your issue? Or let us know of your issue. So our objective was, so in this case, we'll save user's entire response as it is. So our objective was that would be, we will let the HR know of people, their problems and issues beforehand, so that when they schedule a call, they can do it with a bit more preparedness, hence the need for name, email, and issue. Now we will call an action. So we want these information to reach HR. So we want to create a flow, and this automatically loads this flows, Power Automate flows. So for now, let's say test flow 1. Right, so add an input. We're getting 3 inputs from our PVA, right? So first input is name. So we're getting name and name of the person. Another input we're getting is email. Email of the person. Another input we're getting is issue. So so we have 3 inputs as of now. Let's add an action. For now, let us just do a simple one, because this session is more about PVA. But as you know, this Power Automate Flows lets you do a lot of things. You can even register these things in DevOps, so you can even have a flow to set things up there and all the integrations that it provides. So so let's say that we want to send an email to HR. So for now, let me put up my personal email as an HR's email at gmail.com. So subject would be an issue has been raised by, and this is where we can use the input by this, right? So what's the body? So hi HR, looks like you have an issue to look onto, and then name. So the name of the person raising issue. Find the details. So name of the person is this, right? And then email is this. The issue is this. So hope you reach out to the person twice. Thanks. Yep, so another action that we might want to add can be sending a mail to the person who raised the issue saying, thank you for raising the issue. So to the email, your issue has been raised. So dear, yes, thank you for raising the issue. Hope the HR gets back to you. Right, so after these two flows, let's say that the return value would be string itself. So let's say return value will be success, and the value it would send would be your issue has been raised successfully. Right, so this is pretty much around our flows. So what we did was we took inputs. We took input from the agent, and then we took those inputs, send relevant parts to relevant people via mail. So that HR gets an email, and then the person who raised the issue gets an email. So this has been saved successfully. Now here what we can do is call an action. And yeah, so as you can see, our test flow 1 is here. So so we set up 3 entities, right? So we set up 3 input. So for name, we just have to map it. So P name comes from this one here, right? So email comes from, well, email here, and issue comes from issue here, and it gives out one output, success. And what we will do after that is show a message which will show this success value. So we set up the value called your issue has been raised successfully. And the conversation, so let's just end it with the survey as well. So yeah, there you have another topic, and these are 2 of the topics that we'll be covering. So the first one is, if you recall, was ask for policies. Second one was complaints. Both of these are on. So the only thing that I want to do is customize this greeting. So go to authoring canvas. So we, as of now, so if we write hi, so this is going to say I'm a virtual agent. So let me make this, I am a HR virtual agent. I can help with policies and help you make complaints. Right, so if you want to, let's just leave this as it is. So what can I help with you today? Instead of this, how about we say, we ask a question saying, so what can I help you with? And give them 2 choice options. So one is ask for policies. The other one is make a complaint. Right, so two options now. And this is the variable which the answer gets stored to. So let's just say it as answer. And here, so we can set up conditions. It automatically does it. So if the answer is ask for policies, then we want to go to another topic called this topic. So this was the one that we created previously. And if the answer is equal to make a complaint, then we want to go to another topic called make complaints. So let me save it. Yep, now I think we are good to go. So let's just give it a trial here. Hi. So yeah, now I'm a HR virtual agent. As prior to what we saw earlier, it had a different system set up on topic. So now we've set it to HR. What can I help with you? So let's say ask for policies. Thank you for reaching out. Here's a link to labor law to start answer your questions since we ended it with a survey. Yes. Rating, all right, 4. Can I help you with anything else? Yes. Go ahead, I'm listening. So complain. Sorry, you have problems to register. Tell us your name. So Darshana. Your email, please. So let's say my email is darshana.karki@dogmagroup.co.uk. And if it didn't recognize it, it would have said, sorry, I can't recognize it. But since it does, so let us know your issue. Let's say up casually. Not really an issue, but let's just say it is. So if the power automate flow is, so it has been properly run, which is why we got this saying your issue has been raised successfully. Yes, and please rate your experience. Yes. So I just got an email on both my emails saying, so on the Dogma Group email, I got, dear Darshana, thank you for raising the issue. Hope the HR gets back to you. And hopefully on the private Gmail one, I have gotten the other one saying, so dear HR, this issue has been raised. Right, so almost towards the end of it. Now let's look on to the deployment. So this, so once you're done with once you're done with all of it, you can go on to publish and publish it. So this means that now your bot is ready to be published. There are a lot of channels that you can publish it on. So Teams, website, demo website, custom website, mobile app, Facebook, Skype, Slack, emails, and whatnot. But as of now, I just wanted to show so a demo website. And so this is something now as developer, learning, and student, you can easily show off your bot, as I did to certain people in the company and got a bunch of really funny issues. So yeah, you can copy it. This is the one that it lit. So this is the website that you can try it on. And here, if you go and copy it, there you have your test bot. So let's write it. Hello. Yep, so it works perfectly fine, and it's pretty much what that we tried on the PVA platform. So as part of this session, I think I'm pretty much towards the end. As for the upcoming sessions, I do want to look more onto the, I will be sharing more about teams, about raising things on those, and being able to so deploy it on different platforms. So yeah, here are some of the key takeaways for me. How easy it was to build it, because I know that we can do it from using TensorFlow as well, and there you have to go and write a bunch of codes, which PVA very seamlessly has been able to make things really easy for people to be able to do it. So the ease of using a chatbot was my major key takeaway, and the utilization of entity recognition again, which is also very easy, and you can also, going forward, make your own custom entity, which will be which I'll be covering in more sessions to come. So custom entity would mean that if someone gives addresses saying, let's say Basantapur, Kathmandu, and there'll also be people giving addresses saying Kathmandu, Basantapur. So you need a custom entity which can recognize which one is your town name, which one is your place name, and which one is your city name, and things like that. So yeah, however, the entity recognition stuff is also really cool. And then the seamless integration to use, and the boundless application and opportunities that it gives us. So applications are boundless, given that you can, I'm pretty sure everyone has a couple of ideas in mind to for the chatbot to do now, apart from my very mundane and simple HR bot. But yeah, so this is my email, and get in touch with me if you have any more questions. So over to Pradeep. I think I'm towards the end of at the end of my session. Thank you, everyone. So if any questions, if anything.
Thank you so much, Darshana. That was a really nice session again. Guys, is there any question? You can speak up, or you can write in the group chat, whatever way. So
let me just share the demo bot.
Yeah, just to let you know, if you have joined late and if you want to go through our previous sessions, so we have recorded this entire event, and we'll be posting this into our YouTube channel. So stay tuned. So Darshana, if you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much once again, Darshana, and really appreciate your effort in making this happen in terms of your presentation. And
it was
with
just
this
fun. All right. Thank you, everyone.